Today on our staff spotlight on Viewfinder, we have Executive Director Paul LeValley. Paul, welcome to Viewfinder.
Thanks very much, Kevin.
It's our pleasure. So one of the things I guess a lot of people might think is, what exactly does an executive director do? So could you just walk us through a typical day? What's that like for you?
Well, that's the great thing about being the executive director, is there isn't a typical day. So I never really know day to day what the day is going to hold. As the executive director, I guess you're responsible for all the operations and activities of the organization. And I guess principally that is the financial and fiduciary responsibility for the organization, but also programmatically and all the day-to-day stuff too. And right now, of course, we're involved in several big projects, and so those eat up quite a bit of my time.
Yeah, and you've served as executive director since 1992.
Yeah.
And that's 23 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
So could you just tell us, what is it about Arlington Independent Media that brings you fulfillment? Because I don't think you could be in a position for 23 years and it doesn't bring you some type of fulfillment.
Oh, this is the best job in the Mid-Atlantic, I think. I'm convinced of that. So many things have kept me interested over the years, but I think the first and foremost, it's the members. We have such an amazing group of people that work here and bring their vision and their voice to Arlington, and being a part of that is, keeps me coming back. And they change too. Over 23 years, we've seen hundreds of people come and go, and now we have this vast group of alumni and people that stop in still. And I mean, we're talking about thousands of people that I've gotten to know over the years.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a family.
It is very much like a family, a very big, very talented family.
Okay. How do you think that AIM makes a difference in the surrounding Arlington community locally and then just globally?
Well, it's no secret to you how we all feel about the idea of communications democracy, that being able to empower people, give them the tools and the capabilities to express themselves and to bring their ideas, their perspective to the community, that's what we're all about. Mm-hmm. And I think over the years we've done a really great job at that Arlington has benefited from all the different perspectives that we've been able to bring to the communications mix. And we've been able to do that for people who may not have had any other means, to express themselves. And just the skills that we've been able to provide to our members in this community, that's, I think, huge. I mean, if you go back and look at the number of people we've trained over the last 23 years, and before I came too, it's thousands. Thousands of people have learned how to use technology to express their ideas. Mm-hmm.
And how do you think personally you've been able to help in making that difference in the community as executive director?
Well, I think, I don't want to take too much credit here. I guess the first thing would be that I've been able to assemble a really first-rate staff, that they're the ones that are doing the front line day-to-day work with our members. For example, Kevin Sampson here. Mm-hmm. Really excellent people who are able to, teach these skills to all kinds of people, all ages, all abilities. So I take credit for that, being able to assemble a first-rate staff. And I also think that I have been able to keep the focus on what we're supposed to be doing. It's very easy to get distracted, to follow certain tangents. And so you really have to keep the mission completely clearly in mind and make sure everything that you do follows the mission and helps you fulfill the mission.
Yeah. So over the past 23 years, what are some of those projects that have come up that you have fond memories of, or that might still be in place right now?
Well, I think that the master class level of workshops comes to mind immediately. That's something that we implemented when Maurice Martin was president of the board. We put our heads together and said, you know, it'd be really great if we could offer a level of instruction that was beyond just the basic certification level workshops. And I think that's gone extremely well. And now we've been able to assemble such an amazing group of instructors, people that work professionally in the area, and we've brought in, you know, hundreds of students and been able to train them at a higher level. That's something that sticks out. And then, of course, the Rosebud Film and Video Festival, which, again, you know very well,
Yeah.
has been able to bring in a whole new group of people that maybe we weren't serving so well, the independent film and video community. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't want to take credit for, you know, doing the work here, because I haven't done the day-to-day work. But I think I will take some credit in being able to see that, yeah, that fits into our mission. And we should devote resources and efforts toward those kinds of things.
Yeah, which is awesome. I think it definitely has benefited the community, like you said. And I know so many people have come through and just really enjoyed it and taken away new skills.
Absolutely.
One of the things I know you and I think everybody on staff is really excited about is the audio production room. So can you tell us a little bit about the room and the upcoming opening?
Sure. A little bit of backstory very quickly is that, you know, for years and years, we've wished that we could offer more in the way of audio production capabilities to our video producers. As you know, 50% of the information that you get from film and television is from audio. Mm-hmm. And it was just never an area that we had many tools available in, or we were training in. So we began planning for creating some sort of audio room a couple of years ago when old Edit A became available. And it kind of grew, as these projects do, mm-hmm. From a small, you know, 8x10 booth into now a large and very well-appointed audio production suite. So it's going to give our producers the capability of doing very, very first-rate audio for their video or their film productions. And it's also going to provide our members a place to do audio content only, like podcasts, for example. Mm. And then finally, it's going to feed very well into our next big project, which is the radio station, which is coming.
Right. So maybe we can get into that. I know, again, another exciting thing going on at AIM is the LPFM license and the station. Can you just give us an update on the status of it, maybe clarify a few things as well?
Yeah, and before I do, I think I glossed over the whole idea of the April 6th opening. So on April 6th, we're going to have our open house for the audio production room, and we want all of our members to come and help celebrate that with us.
Yeah, definitely. And reaching out to the entire community.
That's right. All are welcome. You know, the more the merrier. So now just moving on to WERA. Those are the call letters for our new low-power FM radio station that we're going to be launching here in the fall. So we have a construction permit from the FCC, which gives us the right to go ahead and build the facilities. Mm-hmm. And then once the facilities are built, we'll apply for the operating license, which should be, assuming we do the construction well, and I think we will, that should be relatively pro forma. So right now we're in the process of siting the antenna and beginning to purchase equipment, you know, broadcast equipment and production equipment. And then, of course, the audio production room, which will be done here very shortly, will be a place where we can produce content for the radio station. Mm-hmm. It won't be the only place. We can't, obviously, devote the audio production room to the radio station 24/7. So there will be hours in the day when the audio production room is going to be reserved for radio content production, but there'll be hours in the day when it won't be available. So we're hoping to get content for the radio station from around the community. We're talking to the schools, we're talking to the libraries, we're talking to the community centers. You know, we really want people to, and to podcasters from around the county, people who are already producing or want to produce audio content and can do it from remote locations. That's great. You know, we hope to have local bands, oral histories, all this content that's already out there or that we can gather from the community and get onto the radio station. And then some will be created from our facilities here.
Yeah. Well, I know that sounds exciting, and correct me if I'm wrong, but possibly if I have a show on the radio station, Barack and Michelle might be able to hear me.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we think. We're pretty sure,
Okay.
depending on where we finally end up siting the antenna, but the preferred location right now, coverage would extend down the mall all the way to the U.S. Capitol and including the White House. So yeah, they can tune in and hear Kevin in the morning.
Samson and Dilemma. That's
is that what it is? That's good.
Yeah, one of the members always jokes about that should be my little program.
I like
name
it.
Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, approved.
Awesome. All right, Paul. Thanks for talking with us. How do you feel about the future of AIM?
Oh, the future is very bright. I feel better about it now than I think I ever have. If you look at everything that's going on here, our membership is growing, our workshops are expanding, commercial production is happening in the facility. We're going out into the community more than we ever have. We're building a radio station. We've got the new audio production room. Things look bright. It's a good time to be involved with AIM.
Most definitely. Well, thanks for your leadership and thanks for coming on the show.
Well done. Thank you.